Yeah, I thought defensively for most of the game, we did a solid job. It's tough when you get a big lead like that to try to maintain focus, and I thought that our bench did a terrific job of coming into the game and increasing the lead, but not just by scoring, but by getting stops the right way. So that was fun to watch. When you can hold a team to 34-8 from the field and 73 points. Especially when we're not a high volume or a high possession team. I thought we got a lot of good production from our team. I thought Andrew was huge for us, and he had 20 and 11, but because of the attention that he draws, he got so many people great looks from the field, especially from the three-point line. One play that stands out in mind in the first half, Andrew rim ran. He did a great job rim running. And when he did rim run to the basket, it drew Charlotte's whole defense basically, and B.J. Mullins was guarding the trailing Troy Murphy. And so B.J. went down there to tag or to make that paint look crowded. And Goodlock kicked the ball to Troy trailing, and Troy knocks down a three. So, little stuff like that doesn't show up for Bynum, but he made that play happen just by being a big force and getting his behind down the floor and posting up deep in early offense. Our bench was terrific. Mitch said he added it up real quick in his mind. He's a little smarter than I am. He said our bench had 48 points, and so that was great to see. And we moved the ball, we moved bodies with the 26 assists, and guys knocked down shots. I thought we had some great looks from the three-point line, and guys stepped up and knock down the shots like they're capable of. So it was a fun night to watch the guys execute.
Mike, these two 100-point games in close proximity is sign to you that the offense is right.
No, I don't know if anything has arrived for us yet, but we are getting better, I think. And our meetings, our meeting this morning as a staff was less about personnel and rotations and more about what are we going to do in the game. It seems like as a staff when we come to practice, it's like, okay, how's our rotation? How's this guy playing? How's that guy playing? And we spend a lot of time trying to figure that out before we can even get into whatever practice or shoot around is going to be about. And after the Minnesota game, I know for myself there was a comfort level of what our guys did and the way our rotation was, and so I was like, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to keep trying to, search and figure this group out the way that it's going and see where it takes us. And our guys had a good showing tonight. So.
In your last 3 wins, three-point shooting's been pretty dramatically improved from where it was at the beginning of the season. Is that coming from spacing and knowing where to be on the court, or is that just shots going down? You're saying like Orlando earlier in the year, shots were just coming out of the rim.
Yeah, I think the first of all, the spacing thing and the trust thing. I mean, we're moving the ball, moving bodies well, and the spacing seems to me, I know in our last 2 games for sure, a lot better. The Milwaukee game, I thought they just got up into us and knocked us off our sweet spots, and we didn't do a good job responding whether we were in the post or on the perimeter. But the last 2 games, our guys have done a nice job of moving the ball, moving the bodies, and spacing the floor very well. And, we keep telling our guys, because we feel like we have very good three-point shooters, just to step up and knock the shot down, when they're open. And, going back to the Orlando game, I thought we had some good looks. I thought our spacing was pretty good, but the shots weren't falling that night.
How important was it to sit Kobe for that fourth quarter, since he's been playing so many minutes?
It's good. Anytime I could sit him, especially, having a lead like that. First of all, getting the other guys experience, but, I've been running them fairly long. And so it's good to be able to sit them like that every once in a while.
You had indicated earlier today that finding ways to lower their minutes wouldn't just predicate on being able to establish large leads, would also hinge on to what degree they're developing. What did you see tonight that made you comfortable with that? Besides the obvious lead?
We jumped out to the lead, and so it was great to be able to play some other guys and sit a guy like. Derek Fisher, sit a guy like Kobe, for Kobe to play 28 minutes and Bynum to play 32 minutes and Powell 29, it's it's good to be able to do that. You know, not all the time, obviously, because those guys got to stay in rhythm and stuff like that. But you know, anytime we can, or I feel like I can afford to do that, I definitely will.
Mike, what would you like to say, 3 or 4, since you had a chance to practice? How related are those two things?
I think it's been huge because we haven't had, you know, a contact practice going besides, I think right before the Clipper game was our first one. And, you know, since then we've had maybe 2 or 3 of them. And, you know, before that, you know, obviously new system, new coach, new system on both ends of the floor. It's still a work in progress. It still is now. But we're literally coaching during the games. And we're still doing that, but there's a familiarity with one another that helps out. And so we don't have to always rely on, you know, a timeout, or when somebody shoots a free throw, me calling someone over and drawing something on the board, or Chuck, or, you know, or Q or Quinn teaching. You know, we get a chance to teach and practice in a live atmosphere, stop it, correct it, do it right, or do it 3 or 4 times if necessary to make sure the guys have a true comfort level for it. So practice is important, just like training camp's important, especially anytime you have something new. And it has helped, and it has shown a little bit.